Righto. Hopefully it's all working. We have today a match between some big names. So we've got 9PZ who have steamed their way through Division 4 of TPL and are looking really strong at the moment. They wanted a game, and OCE have banded together and grabbed a ragtag bunch of bit of everything, eh? We've got some WRTV, some ROF, some MSU, a couple of 9PZ filling this side, ANZR's in there. So a good spread of players, even a wee TFMC in there. And what have we got map-wise? We've got Omaha, all bottom except for Crossroads. It's going to be an interesting one. Artillery Battery has a lot of key points that you need to hold to make this yours. And we'll just keep an eye on the start here. We've got trucks coming up the hill, do we? Slow. Borgie's obviously lighting his durry before starting up. What do we got here as well? Page is on the front with a rocket. We're going to watch this. No, Page is driving, sorry. Spoon's on the front with a rocket. We're going to see where this rocket goes. Going to drop Hardy in there, Bob. That's smart. Apologies for the dusty names at the top. I couldn't. I mean, I've got no logo for OCE, so I've just gone with a shitty Anzac one, and then 9PZ. I couldn't find one of your logos in time because this is last minute, so I just went in paint and just did your wee logo. So you can have that after this if you like. Right. Spoon doesn't fire off his rocket off the truck, but he does get a wee kill, so it was worth it. How's 9PZ setting up here? So they've got a tank steaming in, a double Luke, so they're taking this seriously. I hope for OCE's sake they're also taking it seriously. I haven't seen their tanks come up yet. We do have a Stuart going north, slow in the medium with Brucey, but hey, this was put together last minute. What can you expect? Halfway through cap though for OCE or the Anzacs, but it is one of those points where the Allies probably should be capping first. Good marks there. We've got 5 squads backing up that tank. That's excellent. And this southern edge is crucial. I'll say it every time. You need to hold this to hold artillery battery. And I know it's far away, but it's one of those areas where if you let the Axis come up the map edge, they can just get right in behind you and get really nicely set up, because you generally don't have players in this square. And, you know, because it's an open field, why would you? So you're not close enough to lock out any sneaky Garys that they put up back there. Initial cap is going to go the way of the Anzacs today. Interesting. How are we looking on stats? For some reason I can't get the stats up on the screen for you, but I'll just tell you the DR and Demonic top scoring with DR must be on. No, he's got 5 kills with a rocket. Interesting. The Doctor, sorry. So, topping the scoreboard right now is most definitely 9PZ. Now it'll be interesting to see how they react to this cap. Are they going to they're going to set up. There's not a heap of channels for the allies here to really push through to orchards. They have to go wide outside of Cat to really make a play on orchards, so that's going to be... They're going to have to be careful about how they distribute their cap weight here. P4's looking for a gap where he can start putting heat down as well. Sorry, just had to take my eyes off for a sec to sort some stream stuff. Just make sure it's actually giving you audio as well. That'd be a good thing to figure out first, eh? Sweet, that sounds fine. Alright, what's happening? Duff's trying to make an impact up here, but he's by himself with Josh holding him back with a machine gun somehow, and he backs off. Oh, close. Abel's going to jump out. Is Josh going to see him with the MG though? He knows it's not accurate. Another good shot from Spoon there. He's one away from death. Make sure he's dead nice. Spoon's going to be gutted about that one. But Falsy's going to come on the flank. Is she going to see it? No, what's she up to? She's trying to get deep and make a play on a spawn, potentially. Oh, she's just discovered a garrison. And 3 rep stations. Fuck, they're taking this very seriously. I hope our OCE players don't... Well, it doesn't look like they've come into this half-assed. Except for the tanks. I don't know what the fuck this tank's doing up here. They must have got stuck or something. Oh no, there's a fair bit of fighting going on up here. He's on his own. That's never helpful. Ballsack, Wall J, and Juicy Brucey driving as tank commander, which is it's an underrated strat really, because you can react so quickly to calls through command chat as the driver. You're not having to go through that sort of second layer of having to relay something to your driver. So 9PZ stronghold here on the church. OC are using a lot of their forces up north as well. Relatively skinny on artillery battery, but they've managed to hold this front door pretty nicely against these light tanks. And they've claimed the south by the looks of things, which is vital for this point. Luke's by himself out here. He'll live though. Now how the Anzacs going to make a play on orchards from here? Looks like they're getting held up at the church. A nice formation there though, in a line. this tank going to crack that outpost? I think he might have. That's big. That cuts one of their spawns up here. If they can push through and take the church here, they've got a good case for taking orchards. So we've identified the Gary back here that Foolsy almost had, but it's well protected with rep stations have been destroyed since we last saw. 2 tanks, but Sir Reginald's going to sneak up on it and he's going to take it. There goes that frontline Gary for 9PZ. They're going to be spewing about that as they had both tanks there watching it. Just couldn't quite clear it in time. Now both tanks isolated. Foolsy knows about it. Looks like Pagey might have set his outpost here. Foolsy takes the light tank. Also knows that there's a Panzer IV back here too. That's big. That's big for OCE here. Now the Artie's starting to dominate the scoreboard. We've got Honky Jr. 21 kills. Next best Infi is 11, who is Batter 911. Just creeping up that south. That's how you do it. I'm busy have a commander back behind, but unless he can get supplies to himself, he's not going to be able to do a hell of a lot there. Interesting strategy. Fanning out over this hedge. So they've obviously got knowledge of the fact that there are 9PZ players on the opposite hedge. Really good area to hold. Really good map control there. Here comes the first heavy for the Allies. That took a while. We got fuel for days. Right. 76 going to hold the south. Again, a fantastic play. And I think this might be a tiger or a panther coming out. It's a tiger. Hey, this is going to be a good fight. It'll take him 3 business days to get there, so we'll come back to that. How's the Gary set up for OCE? That's pretty nice. It's nothing really to attack from, although I suppose you can come off these into soft cap, but that hard cap's a long way away. You've almost got to assume that they're going to try and get people funneled in through cover down the road. Strong tank presence to replace those 2 light tanks down the south side. That 76 has to be careful. Looks like he's possibly just crossed. Nah, he's sitting way back. Interesting, he's got no one to support him, so he's going to need to take these tanks on one by one. He's almost lucky in the sense that it's hard for that P4 to get a side shot on him, so he should just be taking a tiger by itself if it pushes. I mean, these initial heavies tend to be pretty conservative. You don't want to lose 600 fuel that early in the game. G Squad's starting to make a bit of a play on this north side. We'll come check them out. But well defended up here. 9PZ know that if they're not making ground in the south, they have to make sure that they're not losing it in the north as well. Good spread of their defences. But OCE is really just coming up in a line here, and to be honest, they're going to be hard pressed to actually get any attacking pressure on from 9PZ at the moment. Because to get anywhere, they've got to go really wide. Or just focus on that south side. That's what I'd be doing if I was them. That's what I'd like to see them doing. That P4's gone a bit greedy there. 76 is moving up. He doesn't have a mark yet for that Tiger. No, he does. He does have a mark. P4 goes down. Lovely shot. Who's that? Beaver Patrol. Well done. Snipes a supply truck. This is some fantastic shooting from OCE. But 9Ps are doing really well to hold their own on this fence. If they lose this, they can pretty much say goodbye to Orchards. They're under big pressure up north as well. They're starting to lose the cap. Where is 9PZ? It's hard when you're on the other team and you can't see the map, but I can only count a few players. Are they in behind or something? Oh, okay. We've taken the road up here. What else have we got? Anyone back here? Does that seem... That seems a bit short. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Mark for the Tiger. Tiger's on his own now. He's getting pushed by AT. But he gets shot in the 76. 76 needs to back off. Don't take a shot. Back off, you idiot. This is my #1 rule. Do not stop to take your shot if you've taken a hit. Frank could have just healed you up there. Idiot's a bit rude. I shouldn't say that, but it's just the #1 rule of tanks. If you're going up against the same size tank and you take the first hit, you must get in cover. Don't get greedy. Now this Tiger's set up to defend this push. Frank knows he's there. What loadout do we have? Are we a... Oh, yep, we do have a SETI. He asked me not to follow him, but that could have been an excellent play. Nothing you can do about that. That's not that's not lack of skill, mate. That's just Gandalf the Grey has a bigger gun. 9Ps have come back to Orchards and have sealed it up again. That's good from them. They've got a bit of a stronghold here down in the south. This is sort of their last line of defence, really, for holding orchards, and set up another tiger. So this is quite strong for them now. If they can work these tigers together, that'll do them a lot of good, especially if OCE decide to start pushing too hard into orchards and leaving this south side open. It could be a recipe for a nice play on the artillery battery there to have it back. Again, just holding this fence line. They know that this is a really important spot for them, and good on them actually for falling back and creating a stronghold. They've got a nice Gary in the back here that's far enough away that it'll be a very tough snipe. And now, by the looks of it, their play is going to come from behind. And fair, that's honestly what you got to do. The south side would be preferred, but it's heavily guarded, and if you push your tanks up there, you're at risk of not having enough support through the middle. May have an airhead that got off here, because that's a big spawn. Yes, there is. 9PZ with the airhead. This is going to be one of their big plays for midpoint, and they've contested and now capping. So how does OCE react to this? They have to get back. They don't have their Gary on the strong point, which is good for them because it means 9PZ will be looking for it for a while. They've actually got their Gary behind where this airhead has gone down. We don't have a mark on it yet, though. I lied, we do. I don't know, is that accurate, though? Yeah, it's fairly accurate. We've got attack marks on it, so... Yeah, another big spawn wave, though. That's a solid chunk of 9PZ there. How are we looking on D? We got fuck all on WN70. Right, what are we going to do here, fellas? Get off orchards. You got to get back now. Halfway capped. You're not defending that. No one in the circle. Maybe they don't know the extent of this push, because this is gone. This is definitely in 9PZ's favour. So OCE are going to have to reset. Luckily they keep their 3 defensive Garys up. Good placement there, so it's not going to be the end of the world, but that's got to make them think next time when they push for orchards, if they get an opportunity, who's watching the back. It's tough in a mashup because obviously a lot of these guys have never played together. Just watch this for a sec. How are you going to react to this? Canned heat gets a good one in the back and the tracks, but that's really all he could do. And now he's got Panthers King come out with a Sadie. Brucey's surely seen it. Good shooting there. Very good shooting. Not out of the woods yet, though. As they scramble to repair this, does Terry Russell have a good snipe on him? He may actually be carrying a satchel. And the Tiger whacks him. Tiger's pushed up. Okay. Tank support is dwindling for the... Well, it's pretty much non-existent. We do have a YOLO with Cozzy up at Orchards. He needs to get back, though. He's not doing the team any favours being up there. strong spawn wave. All you got to do is cross the line here, really. It shouldn't be a terribly hard retake. Although we've got... Again, where have they gone? Where has 9PZ gone? It could be a problem with my UI, but... The whole team was in the hard cap just before. That's kind of weird.
So, if you're just joining, 30 minutes gone, OCE had midpoint, and we're making a solid push on 4th Point Orchards, but 9PZ have come back, got an airhead in behind, while OCE had overextended. Now they've set up the south side with 2 Tigers. They're not going to lose that again, or at least they're going to try not to. We've got a 76 or a AT gun. My eyes don't go that far. Yeah, it's an AT gun. Looking down here at the Tiger, that won't have eyes though. Good mark. He's gonna push to try and get eyes. Really nice. As a tanker, you just love this. Double rep station. Nice long shot. Only tracks from Beaver Patrol. He's been hitting some really nice rockets today. And cap goes contested. Doesn't do anything though. 9PZ don't really have eyes up the back here. We got the fuel. I'd be waiting for a second 76 here. At least we've got an AT gun to support, but he's only one man, so he's having to load himself. Alright, Brucey, what's the play? You got nice cover here? No. Got this wall that may protect you from a hull shot, probably not, it's a bit low. You don't really have any cover here. If you get pushed right now, you're in trouble, and Flash just jumps off the AT gun, so this is bad news if 9PZ get eyes on it. Looking like their Tigers are going to stay defensive for now, luckily. Or one might get eyes. Nah, he's not going to overextend. Sadie goes off. I believe it takes a garrison of 9 PZs down here, which is nice. Yeah, Tommy, fuck, that was a nice airhead, man. It was in tight as well. It was actually in between. We've got an OCE garrison here, and they chucked it right here, while OCE had basically taken most of the map control around Orchard, so it was looking dire for 9PZ, but yeah, they pulled that one out of the bag and managed to sneak it. But now they've comfortably got the south. I've been focusing on the south here a bit much, to be honest, but I want to see this tank fight. I don't know if we have another tank crew. We did. We had one in a Stuart before. Someone cops a hit. It may have bounced off. Oh no, we did cop. It looks like a rocket to the tracks. One of the Tigers is pushed up. Snafu, you know what you're doing. The number one rule of tanks. Okay, it's enough. You've backed up enough, mate. If you cop a hit, back off straight away. Don't wait around. Don't try and get your shot off. Run. Because you're fucked if you stop. It's enough time for them to get another one in. And look, this Tiger can just back up nicely into these double rep stations. Fucking what a place. This is like a tanker's dream here. Nice hard cover in the front. 2 rep stations being maintained by General Oberst. It looks like he's just chilling here waiting for them to get shot so he can put up another one. That's fucking excellent. They do manage to drop the 76 back here because there's not a heap of cover here. It's really... the only cover here really is this hedge, but you can't kite out from it very nicely. You almost have to kite from this spot just here, and that gives them quite an angle pretty early before you can get shots. Now we're going to have to think tactically here, OCE, about taking this field, because there's no running across that. Town's your best bet to funnel people into the strong point. Is that your strategy, though? We've got control of the church. But it doesn't really matter for the Allies to hold that when artillery battery isn't in your hands. It does when you're pushing up, but that's sort of your next step once you take back battery, because you really want to have control of this town here. Otherwise, the attrition of bloody 9PZ are just going to keep plugging away towards WN70 and cause you big problems. Now we've got an Allied rep station. Problem is we don't have a tank to go with it. We've got one coming up though. He might actually sit on D though, because we've got a bit of a scare here with Dome close to, but not on the Gary. Fish fingers, you're going to have to be a hero here. There's no two ways about it. This is big. Dome's got support. Oh shit, we got eyes on the Gary as well from Dome's mate. This could go pear-shaped very quickly. And that, I would say, is the shape of a pear. One Gary for OCE now. on defence. Like I was saying, it's tough when you've got a mash-up of rep players, because you've got some absolute all-star players representing OCE here, but you haven't generally played together before, and you don't know each other's positions. You don't know who's going to sit on defence. Borgie's going to have to do a really big job here of distributing his forces properly, and anyone that knows Borgie knows he's the one for the job there. He absolutely will boss you around, but we're skinny on defence and we need it to be cleared. We're going to be thinking, where did Doom come from? Okay, we've got a mark down there, that's good. They've been spotted. Couple more squads looking to re-establish WN70. It should hold, it should hold. We'll be right. PZ's still strong as fuck down south here with these 3 tigers. How are we going to combat that, fellas? Yeah, Tommy, I fully agree. Another airhead is definitely... Well, it worked. Like, I mean, if it works, keep doing it, right? That's exactly what you do. Got American supplies. Bombing run on battery from Borgie. Looking to break up these tanks. He knows he desperately needs 2 76s at least down the south side here to clear up these tanks. Oh, but they're in such a strong position here. They've all got eyes on the one spot that they can kite from. They're gonna damage. It manages to put heat on 2 of the tigers and take one out. I was quietly hoping for one of them to actually go down. Not because I don't like anyone in the tank at all. They're great players, but the amount of times where I've been bombing around in a pub match and you just sit there and go, right, get ready to do the tracks, and then in a comp game you get a bombing run close to your tank and your tank's dead. It's kind of BS. I can hear a tank. Here we go. A lone 76 with 2 rep stations though. Starting to get serious here. Brucey's got... No, this isn't Brucey, this is Cozzy. He's got a big job on his hands here. He needs good marks. He needs a few squad leaders to be marking for him. Tiger's got eyes on, but he gets the first shot and gets ricocheted. God's on his side here today. Hits track though, unfortunate. MPZ waited too long for that as well. That could have ended badly. They got lucky there to get away from that. Remember the golden rule of tanks. If you cop a shot, back off. Borgie's come up to spot for Cozzy, that's vital. Really needs a 3rd Now he knows there's a second 76 coming up to support him. Honestly, he probably should wait. Really? Shouldn't get too ahead of himself, but it's tough in this situation where you know you could get shots. But tank marks wise, Borgie's got pings. He's gone for a precision, so this may be a wee double play here. Borgie chucks the precision on, and Cozzy goes for the left one. Doesn't look like that precision hit. Oh, it hit, it damaged, but it didn't kill. Cozzy may get a shot now. This will be huge. Well played. Shit. I forget everything I said about you. That was well done. Who fired that? You gotta give credit to the tankers. D's nuts on the gun, Chudley on the sticks. Cozzy spotted it up. That's a 3-man effort, that shot. Nicely played. Now how are you going to capitalise on that? We know that there's still a tiger down here. He's by himself. Is he going to be patient and wait for support? Yeah, Tommy, that was crisp. Okay, we got Brucey, Ballsack, and War J. Uh-oh, don't do that. What are you doing? Gandalf. Nice shot there from Shadow. Cozzy will make it to cover, I think. Oh, he's out of the tank. No. They get it stuck or something. What the fuck happened there? Right. We gotta cut out this bloody solo tank shit. That's unfortunate. I don't know what happened there, but it doesn't seem right that they were just sitting there, so maybe someone had a connection problem. I don't know. That's unlike them. I've been focusing on the tank too much. Tank's too much, guys. Let's see what's going on in town. OCE have managed to take back town, which is pretty huge. It's a real stronghold here. That if you can dot players around, it makes it very tough to push through to WN70 unless you're on a big flank or you get a fat airhead in. Probably not enough for an airhead here, but they must just have a sneaky outpost up north because they've just constantly had 2 or 3 players. 9PZ have just up and being a little pest at WN70. At the moment, Gary was taken again on point. It's probably fine to just leave this in this one, because if you keep wasting your time putting that good shot on that southern Gary, whoever got that one, if you keep wasting your time trying to put Gary in the strong point, he's just going to keep getting taken because they know they've got a squad in behind them. So it's probably fine. It's not fine now that they've lost the south one. They must have lost that to Cuba here on the Rockets. I don't know Cuba was 9PZ. I had a feeling it was 101A, or maybe that's a different Cuba. No. Oh, fuck, I can't remember. I know that name from DMT games. He's an excellent tanker. If it's the same dude. What's up, Dragoon? Yeah, skull. Exactly. Uh-oh. Brucey takes a hit. Looks like to the tracks. Take that as an omen and get the fuck into cover, please. That one's not going to go tracks. That one's going to hit. He's only going to get one shot into that tiger, so if that tiger's any good at shooting... What are you doing, man? Get reps on. Back up. Get cover. Don't Rambo this. You know what 9PZ have been up to? They've been bloody building rep stations for days up there. You're not going to win a one-on-one like that. If you get the first shot, oh yeah, look at all those rep stations. It's absolute tank stronghold down there. We're going to be relying on Infi here, I think, to take battery, but it may not matter, because where's WN70? Doom on the strong point. It's not going to be enough to resume the cap just yet. Clanker's out here in cap weight, but has he got an outpost up here? That's huge if he does. They need to start funneling, eh? They just got pressure on. Just over half the game gone now. We've had 9PZ lose initial cap, slowed. I wouldn't say slow. Allies are just advantaged a little bit getting to that strong point just. So they lost mid cap off the start, but have managed to crawl their way back into it really comfortably. They've worked really well with their tanks. They've built a rep station at every corner for them. This one's just gone down, but OG Joa, who, if I'm right in saying, got massacred in the Summit Discord the other day. He's looking to build another one. I think he just doesn't have the supplies. I'm focusing on these tanks, but they're really locking OCE out of artillery battery right now. Borgie knows he needs the south, but he can't have it with those tanks up. And we've got one P4 making an attacking push to claim the other side of the field. 76ers have sort of given up on that south side now. They're more in scramble mode to get on defense. And again, Tommy, there it is. Fuck's sake, man. It's predictable now. Come on, OCE, what are you doing? Nah, you're up against a pretty solid-ass team, to be fair. And this is a ragtag bunch that was pulled together in about 2 hours of the start time, so going this long, I didn't expect the game to last this long, to be honest, but hey, we've still got a fight on our hands. We've got the 76 in trouble by himself. Need tank support out here. WN70 incredibly open. If If 9PZ have a good read on this, they're going to be pushing their Tigers up right now. It looks like they are. Good communication from this front squad here to relay back that they were uncontested pushing up, so yes, Dragoon, you're dead right. Stiff necks, that's all it was. It was Anzac Day yesterday, man. You gotta give them a break. And 9PZ have Dome inside the strong point, looking to seal it. Yeah, the airhead bombing run, yeah, good combo. Fuck, that's fantastic play. But we managed to wipe that airhead now with his own bombing run. But what have we got here for 9PZ? Do we have a Gary up? That'll be huge. Oh, look at that. Supplies going down. Thanks, Bobby. Chadsay says. Gets his Gary up. 9PZ move up. Take WN70. Scramble defense running off the beach. OCE's got fuck all to spawn off. They've got a Gary top of the hill, which is, oh, sorry, halfway up the hill, but I mean, that's better than nothing. But this is their really last ditch effort, because if they let this top of the hill go, they're cooked. Like, I promised Frank I wouldn't follow him, so we'll watch the tanks, but he can just be in the bottom left here. Fuck, look at those tanks pushing up. This is actually, this is a full blitzkrieg right now. Great map knowledge as well from 9PZ to know that if they take this south, they've got such good control. OCE respond. No tank killing capabilities though. They're a bit cooked there. Need an AT gun, need a tank. Probably not a terrible idea to hold a tank, but no way. Takes the rep station, tank lives, just far out. Honestly, thanks, Dragon. Or are you talking about the airhead? That was. I don't know. Maybe it's like slow to wake up. Oh no, it'll be night time for 9PZ. But that, man, they've just started really turning the screw, eh? Yeah, I thought. Yeah, actually, now that you say that, the tank push, I get it. I mean, it's really hard for OCE to come back from this though. But from a slightly slow start and what looked like Orchards was going to go, so they're the fourth point. 9PZ have come back to a really strong position, like they were in yesterday against LGN. If you watched Awake's stream, they played at LGN, but they were on the other side of this fight where they were Utah allies on the beach. So now it's their turn to give it back to someone else. And unfortunately, that's the loosely strung together OCE team. Oh mate, this is the worst position, eh? You've got to dig in. Alright. Now we've... Oh, sorry. Went for a swim. We may have a fight here. Oh no, getting cover, man. Oh, it's just Cozzy just being a hero by himself. Fuck me, they're putting in work here, these 76ers. So, it's exactly what they should be doing. They should be both sitting here supporting each other on the beach. Letting the Imphy make plays. And we've got a contested dog white. With no OCE in the strong point. They don't want to lose this. They're just making a fucking go of it. Hopefully Cozzy also sees it. That might just be the P4 actually. This could be a one-shot kill. That's turret. Doesn't quite get himself into cover. They may have another shot there. Or just escapes it. Cozzy cops a shot from the right. Is he still by himself? Yeah, it's just him and Nuts. No driver. Okay, Brucey comes to his aid. If Cozzy can get a shot in too, that's just one more to the turret will kill that tiger. Just backs off and gets pushed by the other tiger to the left. Good coordination there from those 9PZ tigers. But these 76ers are all that's stopping 9PZ right now from finishing this game, because they know that they can't push one by one up onto this crest because they've got two 76ers watching them. So they either need a nicely timed precision, which they've used, I believe, 5-ish minutes ago. So that's not available at the moment. And they really just need at least two tigers or a tiger and an AT gun. That was close, Reginald. Good running. Yeah, they need a tiger and an AT gun, or just two things with the capability of pinning the front of a 76. And they know that, and they're not going to be silly. They're going to wait. They're going to make sure that they've got support. Almost had shots there. Smart tank play from these heavies. They know that they need to support each other when going into that fight. And that's exactly what they're doing. OCE pretty skinny on defence, but I suppose they're not that phased because they've got the majority of their spawns here on the line, so they're going to spawn in, whack off any cap weight, push up the hill, and go on the offensive. If it was me, bear in mind that I'm not hugely experienced in the Imphy department, but I'd just be trying to funnel guys into the strong point and just get pressure on, because they need to get pressure off themselves right now. Tiger's peeking again. Tiger gets one shot into one of the 76s. Oh, but Cozzy's one is dead. So that Tiger's going to waste him if he doesn't move. And they don't have a driver again. Yeah, he's cooked, unfortunately, Brucey. Did well there to hold, but that strong tank, they really even need 3 tanks, to be honest. I know I'm bashing on about the tanks, but you kind of need them, right? Like, that's where... Yep, Black Ninja knows. Good comms there. Both 76 is dead. Time to perch on the hill. Great support. May have an AT gun up at middle HQ for OCE. I think I saw a shot come from down there. Was that Artie? I could have sworn something just came up that hill and hit that. Airhead again, airhead time. Yeah, that is an IPZ airhead. Look up, fellas. Who's got it? You got it? Who's this? Reginald, you got it? He's got a mark on it. Nice. Before he can even mark it. Spoon. Whacks it. Third time lucky. We got the airhead. Right. Don't panic. Fan out. Nice. Start thinking about how you're going to get a funnel into WN70. Or, here we go, caps on. On the Gary as well. Yeah, it's gone. Shot. A lot of work to do to make sure that cap sticks, but it's a step in the right direction for OCE with 25 to go. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say, Tommy. It's just hit them with a bit of their own medicine, because they won't be expecting it. They're now, you know, you sort of let them on the front foot, false sense of security. They're just thinking, let's get this done, we've got to go to bed or whatever they're doing, and sneak one behind. Maybe he even goes for the battery airhead. Good funnel now into WN70. Got to deal with those tanks though. Beaver's been on a fucking mission today. Is he one of yours, Tommy? He's been hitting some excellent rockets. PZ scrambled back, but that's alright. They don't have to get the cap right now. It's not dire end of the game stuff, but it's just a bit of disruption here will go a long way to hopefully letting the Anzacs get up this hill and maybe try and establish a bit of a position. Tanks, I saw a 76 was spawned before. North, why? Maybe they're feeling a bit what's the word, pressured at mid. Makes sense, I suppose, if they think that Tiger's got eyes on mid, but the 76 comes out of the boat, so you can jump them. I don't understand that north spawn there for the 76, but there'll be a reason behind it. Cozzy will have something up his sleeve, surely. Surely to fucking Christ, please. Okay, that recon plane gives them a good indication of what they're up against. Nice reset from 9PZ, coming back to their Garys and pushing out again, clearing out the strong point. Lovely methodical play, and they're probably, it looks like they're not going to fuck around this time. they're probably a bit pissed that they managed to let half that point go, so they've really taken control of that hill now, and that slope, and Chassé is going to sit on the strong point and make OCE turn around, hopefully. Where are we, fellas? We got a Gary anywhere? No, we got up on the... Why are we attacking? We've sent players back. Google fart. It's going to come on defence, but I don't know if they know it. They may not realise, but this is a big force of 9PZ. This will be game if they don't respond right now.
I reckon that's toast, to be honest. Good fight, both sides. OCE may have... I don't want to say they lacked discipline, because they didn't. I think they just found themselves trounced by two lovely airheads from 9PZ, and look, they probably didn't organise who's playing what before this game because they didn't have long to set it up, so credit to them for dragging this out to, what was it, I don't know, 20 minutes to go. That's pretty good. Who's winning on the combat score? Charlie squad, pretty solid all round. Who else we got? Fuck it, I'll try and get the stats up. I tried before, but it was not having it. Where are we? This may actually work. There you go. Who we got? Honky on the Artie for 9PZ, 93 kills. Doty with the Grand top scoring for OCE. Lotta doing really well as well. Some pretty high scores there for 20 minutes still